collector coins, U.S. history, you can actually hold in your hand, right? And then there is the U.S. Treasury Department. It's paper money. And when you look at some of these earlier issues they did over 100 years ago, it is like, wow, this is what our paper money, this is what our money used to look like. Special stuff. Problem is, paper money is made to last what? 9 months, maybe a year, and then they shred it and they reissue again. Well, we also had a transition from size to the size we currently have, what we call small size, from the saddle blankets in 1928. So what do? We destroy all the old designs, which is why you don't see any of the old stuff anymore. Well, a few years ago, they introduced a new technology to bring forward some of these beautiful notes in gold foil, colorized gold foil. And they are on fire, have been since they were brought out. Tonight we have them all. We have the top 20 U.S. notes in one beautiful collection. The history, the notes, the designs, that's really where it's special. Now look at the notes as we go through them. We're going to show them a few times, but look at the price first. This is a 20 note collection, and we are under $60 for that collection, which means we are under $3 a note. My competition, the lowest price note they have from these 20, the lowest price is $8.95. They go upwards of $13, $14 each for these exact 20 notes. It's just something special. So right there, that was the first note with George Washington on it. We think he's the $1 bill. It's been that way since 1928, but really, it was a $2 bill in 1899, and then prior to that, our silver certificates had Martha Washington on them. The 1918 battleship, how special is that? The wood chopper, remember that one from 1917? Beautiful red seal legal tender. We have the 1899 $5 Indian Chief. Gorgeous note, one of the most popular ones out there. That last shelf, we have a $5, what they call educational, more of an allegorical look at Lady Liberty teaching her students our history. Abraham Lincoln on a cruise ship, they call it the porthole note. And then one of my favorites, the $5 grant. But when you turn over the $5 grant, there's 5 Morgan dollars on it. Only one in U.S. history. How crazy is that? And you thought that was fun. Before that note was made, they made a gold note with a pile of gold coins as the main theme on the back. Another $5 note. The $10 Buffalo, this 1917 legal tender note. Look at the first ever $100 bill with the big eagle, the funky eagle. And then we have the closeout, the 20, our large denomination notes, right? 50s and 100s are kind of the name of the game today. 500s and thousands disappeared in 1934. But at that time, we didn't have wire transfers and different types of bank-to-bank, business-to-business. We had big paper. We had a 500, 1,000. We had a 5,000, we had a 10,000, and our largest note ever is a $100,000, known as the $100,000 Woodrow Wilson. That's known as the $10,000 Chase note. So when you add all these up, there's 20 vintage, top-end, premium notes. The best our Treasury Department had put together in this great collection. So if you're looking to just have something a little bit different, have some fun for affordability. $59.80 divided by 20 is under $3. So again, our first note, our first dollar bill was Martha Washington. Our 1899 Lincoln and Grant, some people call it the Eagle. Our first $1 educational, 1896, Lady Liberty teaching again. Before George Washington was on a note, in 1896, they made a $1 educational, but the reverse had Martha and George on it. That's the first time George was on a U.S. note. And then in 1899, he was put on the $2 bill. Yeah, he was on the $2 bill. In 1923, George is on the $1 note. And that's just what we see today. A great, great, great grouping of notes, the best of the best. Whenever I show somebody one or two of these notes, they want to know, how many more do I have? Kind of like one of those fun things. Looking at the history, looking at the notes. What a great way to sit down and spend some time with that loved one. Niece, nephew, grandson, granddaughter, son, daughter, close friend, the kid next door that helps out a lot. How about a great way to spend quality time talking about U.S. history? Our history through our notes. These are all original jumbo-sized, shrunk to the size of a small note. Again, beautiful gold foil, colorized, just as they were when they were first issued by the U.S. Treasury. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. Do we have them available individually? Absolutely. They're on our website. They range from $3.95 to $4.95 each with us. So tonight, the best value is this 20-note bonanza, because now we're under $3. So you're saving significantly off of our already crazy prices. I mean, how many of you even knew we had coin notes? The Morgan dollar note, a $5, and then the $5 gold note as well. How many of you knew Martha Washington was on a $1 bill before George? How many of you knew George was on a $2 bill before he was on the $1 bill? Did you know we had a $5,000, a $10,000, and a $100,000 note that was used and struck by the Treasury for intergovernment, inter-business transactions? This is our history, everybody. It's a fun one. And tonight, affordable. Give us a call.